3rd of Adar, Gimel Adar, marks the Hilula of a really great rabbi. His name was Rabbi Machlouf Amsalem Z'tl. He was born in English year 1844 and passed away in the year 1929. He was approximately 85 years of age at the time passing. He would become a great Kabbalist and would really become author of great Torah books and a great rabbi in of itself. Let's explore a few of the highlights of the great rabbi's life. Now, he was born, I believe, in the year 1844, I believe in Algiers, or Oran in of itself. This was the place. He actually came from great rabbinic heritage. His father's name was Rabbi Yitzchak, and his mother's name was Rabbanit Saada, I believe, or Yocheved. And very interesting enough, I believe in Oran, in Algiers. This was, remember, that place had a very great Torah Jewish community in of its day before, and we've spoken about it on various occasions before. And I think a short period later, he would move with his family to Fez in Morocco, and Morocco also once again had a great Torah community. He would actually learn Torah under the great rabbis in Morocco, in Fez respectively. Then Ben Gila or Benistar, he would learn, reported over how to speak Arabic, and I think at that point in time it was forbidden for the Jewish community to learn Arabic, but still he was able to learn it, and that is very well documented over. So he was very much bilingual, and really broadened his knowledge in general. I believe somewhat later stage in time, I think the year was 1881, so at that stage in time, he would have been in his midish 30s. He would move to Tangier over there, I think for a 2-year period, if I'm not mistaken, and then would later on return to Fez. And both those places had a very solid Jewish community over there. He suffered a lot of hardships while he had to travel over there. And apparently it was reported over, concentration on studies became more difficult, and he would cry and beseech Hashem until the springs of wisdom were opened to him. It was reported over, and was able to regain that great sharpness which maybe he felt he had at an earlier stage. Come with the Hebrew year, Tafresh Mem Zayin, that's in 1887. It was reported over actually that the Sultan Mola'i Hassan, who happened to be, I believe, the Prince of Morocco, which is also once again established a laboratory in his specific palace, or Armon, as we say, and placed it at the disposal of Rabbi Machlouf, who would serve as the Sultan's personal physician. So he was seen at a very high regard among many of the dignitaries and nobles inside those areas. It was reported over that when the Sultan passed away, his services ended at that point in time, and he would later on become a physician in the city of Fez. I think that'll be in the year 1896, and about that stage in time, he was already in his 50s, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Now, he got married. His wife's name was Rabbanit Farcha. I'm not too sure the exact date when he got married, but it reported over they would have 18 children. And come with the year 1923, we're talking 102 years ago. Here, this was 6 years before he passed away. He would move to Eretz Israel with his wife and some of his children, and they would live in Jerusalem, one of the 4 holy cities of Israel, over there in the Machane Yehuda neighborhood, famous Machane Yehuda market over there. And it's a place that we've spoken about on various occasions before, the Machane Yehuda neighborhood, which I recommend everyone to actually visit. I think he had various different great visitors that would actually visit him when once he came to Eretz Israel, including Rabbi Yaakov Moshe Chalba, if I'm not mistaken, who would actually really learn from him the wisdom of the Kabbalah. And also Chaim Weissman, interesting enough, he would actually come and visit him, and which is widely reported over. Really was inspired also from him, I believe. So he passed away, I believe, in the year 1929. He passed away. Naturally, that was the 3rd of Adar. At that point in time, Israel was obviously under the British mandate at that point in time. And he was buried in Har Hazeitim, Mount of Olives burial plot. Reported over, his grave disappeared after the Jordanians paved a road in the place. But after it was reconstructed, according to ancient charts, the tombstone and his burial place were found near Yad Shalom. After he passed away, I believe his wife would later on move to the United States of America. It was reported over. Now, he left us with some great Torah works, including Tapuchei Zahav, B'Mishchiot Kesef, which was, I think, printed in 1927. It's a really great book in different chalakim also. So I think especially the first chalak in 1978, I think, was printed. And in 1988, there was a printing of the second chalak, the second volume in of itself. And but I think from his son, Rav Avram Amsalem, or Albert Amsalem, I believe you can call him also. And then another great book was Maaseh HaMenorah, which is also called the Menorat HaMaor, very famous book, which was a book lesson on Refu'ot, on Sefer Hitab Odot, and look, I don't know if that was actually printed in itself or just left in manuscript form, but I don't see anywhere that it was actually printed by a specific publisher. Now, friends, we're a community here. We're learning about the great rabbis of yesteryear. We spoke about Rabbi Machlouf Amsalem. He was very much a famous rabbi of his time with a very large family, Baruch Hashem, 18 children reported over, and much more can be said within regards to him. There was we talked about his student Rabbi Yaakov Moshe Haralab, who happened to be a very great rabbi. I think he himself, the Chacham, lived between 1882 to 1951. He would become the Rosh Yeshiva of Merkaz Harav and the Beit Zvul Yeshivot and the Shari Chesed in Rehavia neighborhoods in Jerusalem. So very interesting. Please don't forget to light candles in the memory of the great rabbi. We've spoken over here today about Rabbi Machlouf Amsalem family. Was a very great rabbinic family, I believe, in their time. So wishing you all blessings here. Subscribe to the channel, please. If you feel anyone be interested in watching these videos, please tell them about it, and wishing you well here from Israel.